All right, slide, please. Aye.
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the town board meeting for March 4th, 2015. The first item on the agenda tonight will be a public hearing in the matter of extension of Drainage District Number 6, Mount Airy Estates Reserve, the J Street extension. Do we have any questions regarding it? Actually, to make it very simple, the only people that are affected are the owners of the property, the developer. There are no houses or anything. Well, I doubt that anybody has any questions. Okay, hearing no questions, entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor close public hearing in the matter of extension of Drainage District Number 6, Mount Airy Estates, also known as the Reserve, J Street.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassadi? Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey? Yes. Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor approve the establishment of extension number 1 in Drainage District Number 6. Mount Airy Estates, also known as the Reserve, J Street, in accordance with the resolution attached here to.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassadi? Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to open it up. Open up the agenda to anybody that's got public wants to make a public comment on the existing agenda. Kirk?
George, on item 6,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to volunteer if you're accepting members of that committee from the general public, I'd like to volunteer for that. I have training and qualifications in that.
We aren't Kirk, but thank you. It's a renewal, and just being you mentioned, let me tell you who. It's a committee that did the original. So each one of the departments that participated appoints a member. I don't do any of the appointment. When we get to it, I'll explain it to you, Kirk, but let me explain it so that everybody understands. It's the chief of the town of Windsor, the superintendent of highways, the chief of the volunteer ambulance corps, the chief of the Windsor Fire Department, the chief of Bales Gate Fire Department, authorized representative of the town of Windsor Fire Inspector's Office, and the town engineer. And actually, when we say the chief is of each of those departments is more than welcome to appoint a delegate. But thank you. And that's what the committee will consist of. So when we get to it on the agenda, I'll read it all over again. But thank you. Any other comments? Okay, hearing none, we will move on with the agenda. And we do have a very special item on the agenda tonight because of here. Back. Good control or complicated?
He already got the real one, our supervisor.
He already got the real ones, and I understand he's already deposited.
Yes, it is. Yes, he has.
On behalf of the Community Day Committee, Sue Shivel is my co-chairman, and again, through a lot of hard work on the part of all the committee members, our recreation director, our Patrick Bannon of our IT, and everyone involved. We have a lot of volunteers. We thank everyone in the community for another successful year. We do it year to year. It's just ongoing. We never stop. So it's our great pleasure to give the supervisor a check for $10,000 that he will use for the summer concerts?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Al?
You guys just want to-
Al? We have two here.
1, 2, 3. One more for the back, please. 1 and 2 and 3. Thank you.
Okay.
And also, another special one tonight, because we did so well, we worked so hard, it is our pleasure to give to the chairwoman of the parade committee, Debbie Green, on behalf of the special events committee, a check for the parade, the Memorial Day parade, in the amount of $2,500. And we have two.
And we do have 2 members, can they come up?
Sure.
Two
Come on,
members to
come on.
come up.
Jim,
Joe
come
Green
on.
and Jim Paluso, please come up.
Come on.
There are Catholic War veterans representatives.
Yeah, we're gonna get them in.
Good. Why don't you guys do that? You don't need me in here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You
Come on
guys get right
in,
in
come on,
there.
Jim.
Hold it with me, Jim.
There we go.
All set?
Yeah. Again, thank you very much for everyone who was involved.
Thank you.
Joe's going to come up and really want to spend it
I
now.
love
Of course you can.
Good job.
Get back here.
Joe would like to make a comment.
I would like to, on behalf of the Catholic War veterans and all veterans units in the town of New Windsor, to thank the committee for this much needed funds on this very special day when we honor our war dead. We appreciate it very much, and we certainly needed it. And we have another announcement to make. The Catholic War veterans are in the process of preparing an honor guard, which will consist of 10 members. It will be a fully uniformed color guard and a firing unit that will be made available to the town anytime they need it. And we will be at the Memorial Day service.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Great, thank you,
Great.
Joe.
Yes, I believe it's the 26th,
89.
89,
26 or 7.
yeah, anniversary of the return of our Memorial Day parade in the town of Windsor. The 26th, I think,
Came back in 1981.
89. Then guess who's been managing it all these years?
30-year-old.
You know,
I know, right, I am only 30. But how I did it.
You know, we are very fortunate. You know, the ladies worked very hard at the Community Day affair. It's wonderful that I forget where we were talking to somebody. They said, "Oh yeah, we always come over." You know, it's well received. What do we have? What do we estimate? 25,000 people this year out there.
During the day.
And
During the course of the day.
Generates enough money to pay for the concert, pay for the parade, and you got a little bankroll to start with next year. So I am personally very proud of the committee, and I am very happy with the committee because they do it all.
Well,
And
we
they
try to do as much
absolutely
free as
do
we
it all.
can, to the people. We have an added attraction this year, right, Deb?
We do.
Debbie's gonna tell you.
The Ferris wheel.
What do you
This
think?
year we'll have a Ferris
A
wheel.
Ferris wheel.
Really?
To go with our carousel.
And, you know,
We're excited.
it's gotten bigger every year, you know. Then it's gotten bigger simply because they do such a good job at raising money through the community day itself. So they've done a great job. And thank you, ladies, and the whole committee. Okay.
Yeah, we have a couple men help us.
You have a couple. Yeah, well, I want to tell you, Matt Veronese, our recreation director, and Pat Mangan,
Matt Mangan. Sue
they,
Kissel.
work like troopers. They really slave over this. They really work hard. Okay, with that said, let's move right along. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor approve the minutes of the Town Board meeting held on February 4th, 2015, as per copies posted on the Town Clerk's bulletin board in Town Hall, and save distributed each of the Town Board members.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassadi?
Yes.
Councilwoman Malarkey?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes, hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file consent of the Town Engineer in order of the Highway Superintendent for acceptance of Brandywine Road and Lutheran Forest Road as public highways in the Town of Windsor. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor, excuse me, just all of a sudden my nose is running. The Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file maintenance bond SUR 23000045. I think we got an extra zero in there, Mike. From the Iron Shore Indemnity Incorporated in the amount of $125,443 for Brandywine Road and Lutheran Forest Road in the Woodside subdivision, as authorized by the Town Board on September 3rd, 2014.
Yeah, I think that's the right number, George, because I remember having to count it, because when it goes beyond 3 zeros, I have to like.
There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. The Town Board of Town of Windsor authorized supervisor to execute change order number 1 with Hudson Valley Electric Construction Construction and Maintenance Incorporated in the amount of $4,423.73. Said change order shall be in form acceptable to the town attorney with approval of the town engineer.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassadi? Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes, Town Board of Town of Windsor authorized supervisor to execute change order number 1 with Brewers Construction Incorporated in the amount of $11,070. Said change order should be in the form acceptable to the town engineer with the approval of the town engineer, town attorney with the approval of the town engineer.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassadi? Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes. As supervisor pursuant to New York State Town Law, Section 63, I hereby establish a committee for the purpose of updating the hazardous mitigation plan for the town of New Windsor. And the following shall serve on that committee: the Chief of Police of the town of New Windsor, Superintendent of the New Windsor Highway Department, the Chief of the New Windsor Volunteer Ambulance Corps, the Chief of the New Windsor Fire Department, Chief of the Valesgate Fire Department, authorized representatives of the town of New Windsor Fire Inspector's Office, and the town engineer. As I said before, any one of those chiefs that can't make it always appoints a person instead. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor authorized supervisor to execute a 1-year lease option and any related documents extending the terms of the lease and amended lease for a period of 1 year and increasing the rental payments to reflect an additional annual payment of $54,000. The Town Board determines this to be a Type 2 action under State Environmental Quality Review Act, Section 617.5C 26, requiring no further review.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassadi? Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes, hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file with the Town Clerk bids received and publicly opened on February 12, 2015 for the McQuaid Sewer Movement Trunk Reallocation Project.
Move.
Yes,
That's received.
oh, it's a receive and file, yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, I was rereading something on it. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor award the bids for McQuaid Sewer Movement Trunk relocations, Ninny and Callahan Excavating in the amount of $69,739.70. That's the lowest responsible bidder in accordance with General Municipal Law, Section 103, as recommended by McGaughy Hauser and Etzel Consulting Engineers, DPC, in the attached correspondence.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Regenbaum?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassadi? Yes. Councilwoman Malarkey?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file secret lead agency circulation response from the State of New York Department of Environmental Conservation regarding the proposed Butterhill wells. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file secret lead agency circulation response from the State of New York Department of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation regarding the proposed Butterhill wells. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor receive and file drainage easement dated October 15th, 2014, from Kenneth McTeague and Antoinette McTeague to Town of Windsor for the Drainage District Number 6, Mount Airy Estates. Said easement was recorded in the Orange County Clerk's Office on the 19th day of November 2014 in the group 13818 at page 483. Hearing no objections, Town Board of Town of Windsor received file summons and amended complaint in the matter of Alexander Adams III versus Town of Windsor et al. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board of Town of Windsor authorize solicitor's permit submitted by LAX Food Truck Corp. doing business as My Lunchbox to sell hamburgers, hot dogs, french fries, grilled cheese, steaks, prepackaged snacks, bottled and canned beverages at Devitt Supplies, 56 Devitt Circle in the Town of Windsor. Permit should be obtained from the Town Clerk's office.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Rainville?
Yes.
Councilman Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilwoman Biassiatti? Yes. Councilwoman Marcy?
Yes.
Supervisor Green?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, yeah. The following reports were received and recorded and filed with the Town Clerk. The Town Clerk's report for February 2015. Recreation Department report for February 2015. The Police Department report for February 2015. Tax receivers, water and sewer garbage, February 2015. Tax receivers monthly tax statement, February 2015. Building Department, February 2015. Fire Prevention Department, January 2015. Fire Prevention Department, February 2015. Justice Calhoun's report for February 2015, and Justice Thorpe's report for month February 2015. That's that. Board, anything?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing? Nothing? Public forum? Yes. Who's that back there?
Hi, haven't been around for a bit, sorry about that. I have a couple of questions. First is, what is the consent and order in connection with Brandywine Road and Lupian Forest Road?
It's the consent of the highway superintendent and the town engineer to accept the road as a public road.
Oh, I see, okay, just was curious about that. Also, under the water department, the two motions passed today, what do they have, are they in connection with the water connectivity project, or are they something else?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Number 4, number 5 under water department.
These have to do with the Kroll wells.
Okay,
Their
so
change
they're-
orders dealing with the Kroll wells. One was, actually, I think they're both for, the change orders are for natural gas to the generators.
I see, so they have nothing to do with the aqueduct at all, but with our
With
pursuit
the,
of
I'm sorry, with the
additional water.
what, Bonnie?
They
No,
have nothing
no.
to do with the, I'm sorry,
No,
they have nothing to do with the aqueduct at all, it's in pursuit of the additional water sources that we've
Yes,
been trying to get?
yes, they are.
And lastly, just out of curiosity, because I'm a lawyer, what are we getting sued for?
I won't discuss that. It's litigation, we don't discuss that publicly.
I see, okay, thank you so much.
No,
One of the big controversial things to reference to the propane tanks in their area. Can I ask your viewpoint personally?
I will gladly discuss that in private, but I'm not gonna discuss that in public with you, Leo, simply because it's in front of the planning board, and I'm not gonna do anything to prejudice their decision. That may put this board in,
All right,
you know,
yeah,
position of
like a comment.
liability.
All right, thank you.
All right? You know, gladly tell you how I feel about it. But I bet you can guess. Sir?
Yeah, I'm Joe Dennis. I'm representing the applicant for Mount Airy Estates on the public hearing. My only question is that the matter was referred to your board from the planning board to accept the extension of the drainage district. Is that, do you know, is that now going back to the planning board as the next step?
It's just a matter of course, yeah. It's, you know, we accept the extension. The planning board just does their thing with the
I think
that
that's all the planning
additional
board
J
needed.
Street
Yeah,
subdivision.
that's probably one of Mark's bullet points, that you had to complete that, and now that's taken care of. So whatever the bullet points are in Mark's memo, that you've got a check mark next to that one.
All right, thank you very much.
Anyone else? Sir?
I'm sorry, I came in late. Is it public comment or is that at the end?
Yeah, no, this is the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No. You came in late.
Yes, yes. Two things, Ross Miller, Free Creamery in Butterhill.
Yes.
On behalf of many residents, but not all, I couldn't get to them all, we commend George and the board for putting up a new sign on Route 94. But we noticed that Butterhill is now 2 words, as it was 1 word before. Is that correct?
Do you know I went down and looked at the sign, and to be very truthful, I never noticed it.
Well, I think it is, that now you have 2 words, and that's more accurate, so kudos to you.
Oh, okay. But the new sign does look nice, doesn't
Oh,
it?
it does, yeah.
Yeah, the other sign was, I mean,
I thought you were gonna create a new name, like Quaker Mill, run like to Manor, and you could have created some new false consciousness.
yeah, that sign was long overdue to be
No,
replaced.
it looks great.
It
Thanks
was
very much.
termite riddled, our pleasure, we were glad to get it done.
Good, thank you. Number 2, briefly, I've spoken at 2 times with a dear traffic engineer by the name of Michelle Quinlan about 5 corners, and after 15 years here, my wife and I have just kind of gotten so frustrated with the number of left turn sneakers coming eastbound on 94 while we're trying to proceed westbound on 94, and they're rushing through and all that. At the end of the day, I respect the traffic engineer. At the end of the day, traffic engineers, as you probably know, have decided that it's an enforcement problem for New Windsor. It's not a traffic engineering problem. In my last conversation, I suggested that I'm not entirely sure that's true, having gotten caught in it myself and so forth, because the one green light continues for the straight traffic, even though the left turn is
When the
on.
left turn lane was on, yeah.
Could you please consider, traffic engineers, putting in a red arrow so that it goes from green to yellow to red? And she said, we'll take that into consideration, but what about the poor blokes in the middle of the night when they can't turn left, nobody's coming? And I just thought, well, yeah, but there are more people going through the day than the night. So if that is anything you've ever considered or would consider further about helping with eastbound 94 traffic, either disobeying the law or just trying to sneak through or being confused by the light, would be great.
The light is a disaster, that arrow makes it a disaster. When you're ready to make the left-hand turn and you got the oncoming traffic, I think recently, I've done travels that road at least every day. I think originally, when the green arrow was on, the opposing traffic did not have a green light.
Well, that's true still.
It's
Well,
when the
no,
light
no.
turns green.
When the light turns green, now, you can still make that left-hand turn.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
It used to be, if my recollection serves me correctly, that light turned red.
Got it.
So you couldn't make the left-hand turn into the opposing traffic.
Well, traffic engineers with the Department of Transportation in New York State have decided it's not a traffic engineering problem.
Oh, really?
And she's a
Okay.
very nice, decent woman. It takes time with you.
Yeah,
They've studied it.
it's,
I don't
It's
wish
been
there
a
were more
nightmare.
accidents there, but there are a lot of near misses.
there's been, listen, I spent 22 years here as a police officer, and we've got Lieutenant Farber sitting here who can tell you that has always been a nightmare intersection, and no matter what they've done. It's in, when Hannaford's went in, they looked at that intersection, and they rated it as an F, with no possible solution. And that is actually what it says on the planning board plans. So it's always been a disaster,
Okay.
so.
On the sensor, that comes through there late at night,
Yeah, it might be.
it doesn't go all the way through the cycle.
Okay.
Doesn't go through the cycle? They may be on a timer, I'm not sure.
I've come through at
There's sensors.
11 or so at night, and there's been no other traffic, and I just see it doesn't go the way it should, it just come right back to me.
That's generally past my bedtime, so I couldn't tell you how that light cycles.
We
No,
figure out how
Yeah,
to.
I'm not sure how that light cycles at night, and I'm not sure that it's not on the time, maybe on a timer. You
No, it's
might be
uncensored.
right, Kathy.
It's uncensored back
Like-
there.
Is it
No
uncensored?
question about it.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that's bad signaling? Go out on Bruni Road and International Boulevard and sit and wait. I don't know anybody that waits for the no right on red there. Everybody blows that sign. It is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen.
Is that how
in my
big
life.
that
That would make a good article someday, by the way.
By the entrance to the airport.
Okay.
that they just arbitrarily put up a no right on red. And you can shoot a cannon down Bruning Road usually and not have it hit a car. But yet they expect you to sit there, and that is a long light. So, I don't know anybody that sits there for it. Mike, you sit there for it?
Yes, I didn't obey all.
Yes, okay.
Supervisor.
You're a liar.
Just one little.
All right, is there anybody else? Okay, now I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilor Riggenbach?
Yes.
Councilor Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilor Biassiatti?
Yes.
Councilor Miller?
Yes.
Supervisor?
Yes, motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilor Riggenbach?
Yes.
Councilor Lundstrom?
Yes.
Councilor Biassiatti? Councilor Miller?
Yes.
Supervisor?
Yes. Thank you all for coming.